This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here with Chef Rodney Bowers in my kitchen. Hello, Rodney.
Flax, what's up, Jamie?
And we have a very festive episode of our knife skills series today. We're actually going to be carving up a turkey. Something you do on a regular basis,
Right,
Chef?
weekly.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you knew this, but Newfoundland turkeys are, it's a big Sunday night supper.
Seriously?
Yeah, so not Thanksgiving, not Christmas, but multiple turkeys a year. I would say once a month there's a turkey.
Very interesting.
I know a thing or two about turkeys.
Well, I guess we have the right person for the job, Rodney. We are going to be using the Wüsthof classic Ikon carving knife and meat fork.
And this is one of the great things with a good fork. This Wüsthof fork has got some serious clout to it. You know, there's nothing worse than having a fork that's, you know, they got the prongs that are thin and long and get in there, get the turkey. It's good. It's tough. It's a great fork.
So we have the fork and the carving knife.
We got the carving knife. This is sweet. It's got a little bit of bend, which is what you want. Thankfully, the steel's nice and handy. Just gonna give it a little sharp. Now, there's two ways, Jamie, that you can go about carving this turkey. You can go old school, right, which is taking the fork, and this is what you see like dads from the 50s, the 40s, and those, you know, taking a little bit here, slicing it this way. Just like
that's not the way you're supposed to do it?
You can do it that way. You can do it, and that I find that's the way that you sit at the Christmas table.
Right.
Everyone's, you know, even the in-laws that you don't like, gathered around, and do it that way. Those are for people, I find, it's the old school way, the OG. We can do it that way, but I find the newer way is actually taking the breast off.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
And you get a much, as Jimmy Oliver says, long, deliberate strokes.
Long, deliberate strokes.
Along the breast is what you want. So, here we're going to start with the legs. Beautifully cooked turkey, by the way, Jamie. Jamie cooked his turkey. It's gorgeous. Great color. And you can see where the separation is between the breasts and the leg. Obviously, when you roast it, it starts to come apart a little bit. And you're just going to want to take your knife. You can hold it with the fork if you want. If you don't want to, just like that, or separate it. But you're going to hear a little pop, right? And what you're looking for is the joint, the ball joint, right down here. I'm going to put that on the fork. And you can use your hands. Don't be afraid of using your hands when you're carving a turkey. Manhandle it a little bit. And see that? Did you hear that pop? Right there. That's where the joint comes right off the back. You're going to want to run your, pop it out. Just like that.
Oh, right. As easy as that.
Yeah, just like that.
Oh.
Just like that. And from here we can go from, for those of you like the stick, beautiful turkey drumstick. Right
so you
there.
just cut right through the bone?
Just right through the bone. So easy. I mean, with a knife like this, it's very flex. You just kind of let it guide you.
Okay.
Right? So I'm just going to do it on the other side. And just, like I said, a good carving knife is going to give you a little flex. And you're just going to follow it. Again, find that ball joint.
You make it look so easy here, Chef.
And you know what? I've done it a few times, Jamie, to be quite honest.
Every Sunday.
And find it again, and boom. Drumstick number 2. Do you ever fight over drumsticks?
Yeah, all the time.
Like, who doesn't?
In Scotland, we get those chickens with 3 legs. So I would say it wasn't a problem with my sister, myself, and my mum.
Yeah, in Scotland, you fight about everything. Yeah. So, with the same thing with thigh, I like to take the bone out of the thigh and just cut it right out. And see, all this stuff, put that back in your pan. That's all good for turkey soup.
All right.
You know what I mean? Cut it down into manageable. Look. And all these big bones you're going to want to save.
Yep.
Right? And always, the great thing, like I said, with a good carving knife, especially this is a great one, is you just keep it against the bone. It's got flex. And you want to cut it into manageable pieces. Try and keep the skin. See how I'm trying to keep all this skin intact?
Yeah.
Because everyone likes a little bit of skin with their meat. Boom. There you go. Thigh. Shred that a little bit. Keeping the soup bits. I kept my wings on.
Okay.
And the wings are going to act like a little bit of an anchor here. Right? You see that? Keeps the breast nice and down. If you want, take that part off. And this is a great snacking piece of the turkey. I'll eat this before the bird even leaves the kitchen, right? Or if you want, you just kind of pull it apart. And these are some of the favorite bits in here.
Oh, wow.
Just like that. Keep the skin on. Boom, boom, boom.
And that just comes off in your hand like
just
that?
like that.
Right.
Well, it's not a bad cooked turkey, Jamie.
Right.
This is the crunch we got.
All right.
Kind of like chips. Very tasty, very delicious. So we have this, and like I said, old school way. You just pick a point, and you can slice along like this, right? Flip it over. Long strokes. I like to go really thin instead of big, thick, chunky pieces.
Yeah, that's the way that I would normally do it.
Right?
So, right.
Just like this. And like I said, that's Dad with the, sort of jacket and tie on. Thanksgiving loving. He's got the gimlet in front of him. That's how you do it. I like to do it. And there's a trick here where you can pull out the wishbone and do a fancy cut. But really, if you're doing it at home and you want to get it prepped ahead, you just run your knife right along the breastbone. And like I said, you want a little bit of flex. This knife is actually incredible for this.
You're liking that Wüsthof?
I'm loving this Wüsthof. I'm really, really loving it. And you just run it all the way. Just like that.
Oh,
see that?
Man, look at that.
And you try and keep... I mean, obviously we sliced it a little bit, but we keep all the skin intact. And then I would go long, deliberate strokes.
God, if I can do this on Christmas Day, I'm going to be a star.
Jamie, you're a star anyway. Like, come on. And these ones I go a little bit thicker because you can see there's lots of moistness in there. And my goal here is to hit each one of these about 3.5, 4 ounces.
Right.
Right?
Look at that.
Right.
All right.
Come on. You can also rent me out.
Yeah, how much do you cost for a Christmas Day?
Trust me, a couple cocktails goes a long way.
I've heard that about you.
And all the way down the breast, the other side.
Yeah.
This is where you can get your inner Julia Child going. Jamie!
You a big Julia Child fan?
Jamie! I do. I really enjoy Julia Childs. I've watched a lot of her stuff. And here, it's the same as the thigh.
Yep.
Just find...
God, right, okay, this is fantastic.
Come
this
on.
Is,
and there you go.
I'm enjoying this.
So this is where I've done the wing on.
Yep.
And you just... It's a very easy bird to take apart. Boom.
There we go.
If you want to leave that hole, we'll cut that off in a second.
Yeah.
But the same. Try another quick sharpen. Boom.
So you sharpen as often as that when you...
You know what I do? Because here's the thing: is see how I'm cutting here. I'm trying to keep all this skin on.
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't want to.
So it has to be sharp, otherwise you. Right.
Yeah, you're not gonna cut through that skin.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the key to victory. Like I said, long. And look at that. That's the turkey breast.
Look at that. That is fantastic.
Right? All around. And like I said, what we did to the first wing, just pull it apart, skin all the little good bits in there.
Wow.
So everyone is getting, like I said, get in there, manhandle it a little bit. And you have all these little tasty bits, like the dark bits. You have all the white bits, beautifully sliced breast right there.
Oh.
And that's it. And then you go right to the back of the turkey. You find, obviously, the oysters.
Yeah.
Sorry, how to do it. How to do it. It comes with, it's my price to pay. And then all of this I'm going to save for soup. You can pick off, obviously, the little bits here, but we carved that turkey pretty good.
Gee, that was amazing. That was I'm very, very impressed. I thought you were just a hack.
You know?
That's a...
Jamie, I know a thing or two about turkeys. I'm not just another pretty face. There's actually a little skill These little magic elf hands.
Rodney Powers, thank you very much for joining us today at Good Food Revolution. Very much appreciate your time and all the very best of the season to you.
'Tis the season, Jamie. Thank you very much for having me.
Bye for now.